What's up, people? I'm here in the Bronx. It's Wednesday, September 21st, 2022, 6 o'clock p.m., 77 Fahrenheit, 25 Celsius. Boy, did a lot of stuff change here. I'm at 187th Street and Arthur Avenue in the heart of the Bronx, Little Italy. And I'm noticing stuff in the Bronx that's so drastic from when I was last here many months ago. But let's just walk down Arthur Avenue for a bit. It is a Little Italy, so it won't take that much time to walk through, but there's a lot of new restaurants here and construction going on. Andrew saying, your old home. No matter where I live, I always say I'm from the Bronx and Arthur Avenue is the real Little Italy. That's what they say. This is the real Little Italy. Although, to be fair, Manhattan's Little Italy, I think it's pretty good as well. I think the Bronx Little Italy wants to be known, so they say, oh, this is the real one. But I think the Manhattan one is kind of real also. After all, the only real Italy is the one in Europe. This place is completely brand new. Milano restaurant. I think they're getting ready to open. Paper on the windows. Yeah, Ali, there was a big giraffe there.
Yo, I love buildings.
Avenue Gyro. There's a lot of Albanians who live in the Bronx Little Italy area. So it's not really so much Italian anymore. Although there are a lot of Italian restaurants still remaining. Take a look at this old sign. Giadeo and Sons Bakery. These places have been here forever. The Arthur Avenue Retail Market. You got Mario's here. Places like Enzo's and San Gennaro restaurant across the street. This place, I think, is brand new as well. Asgard's, New York. Time to Wake Up says, this is what I like about New York City. Each neighborhood has its own character, especially if you go outside Manhattan. That's very true. I really like that about New York City. Crescent Avenue. It's a busy intersection here. You can't drive north on Arthur Avenue, it's only southbound. I come here and it's like so much things has happened. I've eaten at so many of these places too. Rendazzo's Seafood. Guess they closed up early. Emilia's restaurant. I actually featured this place when I took a real Italian. It was a fun video. We got Italian American dishes like spaghetti with meatballs. That's not an Italian dish, that's an Italian. I've tried this spot too, Enzo's. I think they have the largest outdoor seating on this block. Tina, these outdoor eating areas, they weren't here before COVID. COVID really expanded the restaurant's ability to have outdoor seating. This pastry shop is amazing. It's a cute little cafe, Cafe Piattanini. Connor says, are you planning on doing a walking video in the West Village or Williamsburg? Not in the near future, but you can check out my library. I've covered those areas many, many times. It's a really nice, clean supermarket. And I've made it back to the same block where I started from. Let's cut across 100. Haven't checked out this area yet. There used to be an Italian flag here in the middle of the intersection, but all the colors have been faded out. That's right, Zozo, more scaffolding. You can't go around New York City without seeing any of those structures. Egidio Pastry. I've had their gelato before. It's so good. Wow, are you serious? There's a Gong Cha now on 187th Street. That's a bubble tea spot. This neighborhood is changing so quickly, as well as many other places in New York. It's quite incredible, to be honest, to see neighborhoods change. This place here, Borgatti's, they make their own pasta every day. Since 1935, made in the Bronx. Cindy Lou Who, thank you so much for the super chat, $4.99. Appreciate it so much, thank you. Lorraine says, if I never had an Italian stuffed artichoke, looks like this is the area where I've had it. I don't remember having one. I may have had one as a little kid, but I don't remember it. Dave, I haven't moved away from Miami. I still live there. That was a loud bell. Cindy Lou says you never tried bubble tea yet. It's pretty good, very refreshing drink. But many people aren't used to having stuff at the bottom of their drinks, so it's definitely an experience to try a bubble tea for the first time and to chew on those tapioca pearls.
Excuse me.
Oh, that Ralphie, I get asked that every single live stream. I'm used to it by now. But I don't reveal that information. I want to keep that a surprise. Artuso's Pastry Shop. I think they renovated their storefront. It looks a lot nicer now, since 1946. Bell saying the pastry shops are your favorite. I've gotten pretty used to holding my appetite. They are really good though. Mariah Kelly, $4.99. Hey Action Kid. Hey Action Kid, love your streams. Question, what is your favorite food in New York City? You know, Mariah, that's a very difficult question to answer. I really don't have a favorite food because there's just so much variety here. I guess my favorite foods are what my family cooks up for me. But One day I could really be feeling Chinese food, another day Mexican, another day Italian, another day Greek food. There's just so much variety here that I don't really have a favorite food, and that's the truth. Wow, that dog was really jumpy. We're about to hit Southern Boulevard. That's the western edge of the Bronx Zoo. Once I get to Southern Boulevard, I think I'll take it north towards the Fordham Road. Oh, Ted, thanks for that info. Should try out the Singaporean street food alley near Rockefeller Center. A lot of Michelin food vendors there, soft opening today. I don't think I'll be able to make it there today, but something to know for the future.
No.
What's this? Scaffolding that they took the top off but didn't remove the beams? Isaac says he should head out towards the park, Southern Boulevard 174. Maybe I could, because I know going up to Fordham Road, it can get very busy. Especially I don't like crossing over all those highways and when it becomes Pelham Parkway. This is a bike lane. I've never seen it like this before. A checkered pattern for the bus stop. And there's a two-way bike lane on Southern Boulevard too. Really interesting. Yeah, Linda, Fordham Road will head towards the Metro North as well. With some luck, maybe we could see some zoo animals through the fence here. Rathrace, a construction crane fell on top of a car in the Bronx on Monday. Person in the car survived. That's really shocking to hear. I'm glad no one was injured though. Here's the service gate. Lorraine said you'll probably smell them before you see the animals. That might happen. I've been to the Bronx Zoo several times. It's a really large zoo. You really need to allocate a full day to see everything in the zoo. Jack's saying you should turn around and walk towards Fordham University. I actually just went through that way on my way to the Bronx Little Italy. I made a video there, so you'll be seeing it when I post it up. Here's the visitors entrance to the Bronx Zoo. Right now it is closed because it's after hours. Hello. Yeah, Wendy and Barnabas, I'm noticing it too, but I'm hopeful that my moderators will be able to handle the negative people in the chat room. Which goes to remind everybody, I do have rules on the channel, and if you're not following them, the moderators will be quick to take care of it. So please act accordingly. This music is so loud. Someone back there was just wheeling two big speakers. You could hear the music from like a mile away. The sun is setting in the Bronx. Texas Sickler, I'm not near the Joker Stairs. That's on the western side of the Bronx. But if if I were to make my way over there, I'd be near it. Mikey asked if I like Caribbean food. I sure do. Caribbean food is amazing. The Bronx Zoo has many entrances. Here's another one. "21st century" says jerk chicken, rice and peas. Oh yes. I like Jamaican oxtail as well. Really good. C. Marie Barnes says you should go to White Plains and 225th Street for some good Jamaican food. I've already had my dinner, so I'm gonna skip out on that, but maybe for a future visit I'll go. Sean says Jamaican oxtail. Now you're talking. I think that's some of the best Jamaican food you can get, the oxtail. Os Fly Girl went to the Bronx Zoo, had a great visit. The gorillas and monkeys were your favorite. You know what I liked at the Bronx Zoo as well? Were the themed indoor attractions. I think there was like a penguin one, there was a bird one. The bird one was incredible. I love the bird ones. I think my favorite attraction in the Bronx Zoo though is the Madagascar exhibit. That's really cool. It's just dedicated to Madagascar, and you see the monkeys there and some of the insects and the birds. It's really, really cool. It's like another planet. You go in there, it's like, whoa. Highly recommend the Bronx Zoo. Life begins at 40. Chuck says the penguins are funny. Yeah, sometimes you can catch them doing some funny things. I've seen penguins before. You would think they know how to walk well, but I saw a penguin slip and fall into the water before. Mark 11 says animals should be free, not in zoos. Well, there's the controversy, right? People say that animals should be left free in the wild, but there's a lot of things that zoos do good as well. Zoos, a lot of their admission fees and their funding goes right back into nature conservancy. That's why you have all these programs, and many zoos, they help the animals from being extinct or endangered. They keep them in a safe place, and many species have been reintroduced to the wild because of the work of zoos. So there's the other hand. But I totally get the people who say that zoos are cruel and they shouldn't be allowed, but zoos do a lot of good as well. Definitely a lot of controversy behind it. I think what zoos do very well is they bring awareness to protecting the environment and what things can happen. That's why a lot of focus has been put on like conservation and environmental dangers, especially from like hunting and overdeveloping. Yeah, that's true, Christian. They take and abuse animals too. Sometimes animals that are injured as well. So think of a bird that had its wing clipped by a plane, or animals that had to be removed from a crowded human area and they can't be reintroduced into the wild. Yes, hi. What's up, man? Have fun. Viewer came up and gave me a shout out. It's pretty cool. Cool. Got some dog walkers. They're getting excited. Sometimes dogs can be like that. They're too excited to see their friends. Joey G, I am back in New York. We're in the Bronx today. Ali says, you think you know each other? Oh, for sure. Laurie says, how are you? Very nice to see a walk in the Bronx area today. We perhaps go to Pelham Bay area neighborhood. We'll see how far I get in the Bronx. I'm kind of headed that way anyway. We're pretty much in West Farms, the southeastern corner of the Bronx Zoo. Oh yeah, Ted, Bronx Park is huge, bigger than Central Park. You know, Bronx Park is also part of the Bronx Zoo and also the New York Botanic Garden. The New York Botanic Garden is just north of the Bronx Zoo. There's also the Bronx River here, which is the only freshwater river source in New York City. Oh, for sure, DN. I think you should visit the Bronx Zoo. Although right now it's closed today. Gerard asked if I took the city bus over the Whitestone Bridge. No, I took the D train over to Fordham Road stop. That's how I got here. Alex saying, can you still get into the zoo for free with the New York ID? I think you can still. You have to check it up though, but they have the New York City ID card, and I know they had a special program before where you can go to these cultural attractions and museums and sign up for a 1-year membership. That might still be offered, although you'll have to check. But I am going to give a tip though. If you have a New York City library card from any of the 3 library branches, New York Public Library, Queens Public Library, or Brooklyn Public Library, there's something called the Culture Pass. And what the Culture Pass is during the first of every month, they refresh the passes. There's only a limited amount of passes that can be reserved. But basically, if you go on the first of the month, you'll have the best chances of reserving the cultural attraction that you want to attend to. And it's completely free. So I think the Bronx Zoo is on the Culture Pass. And you use this trick to see a lot of these museums and cultural attractions for free. I'm actually still able to use the Culture Pass even though I've moved to Miami, because my library cards are still good for a few years. Mickey FC with $4.99. Thank you so much, Mickey FC. Appreciate it so much. Maybe I could feature that on Action Kid Extra as like a New York City tip. The library culture pass. And you know what the cool thing is too? Each library card, you can only reserve 2 attractions at once. But if you have all 3 library card systems, then you can reserve 2 on each library card system. So you can reserve up to 6 with that method. And after you visit the attraction for the day, you can reserve the next attraction using the same card. But you can only have 2 at a time. Oh my goodness, this is completely new. 180th Street, there's like this big residential building going up. Here's River Park. Inside this park, you can see the Bronx River, and there's also a playground inside. I know some people, they have some events here, barbecues. Really nice neighborhood park. Usman says there's always some kind of building going on. Yeah, like over here. Jack saying, am I walking to Parkchester? Could be an idea. MC says, you just passed me. You want to stop and say hi, but didn't want to interrupt the stream. Good to see you in my neighborhood. Oh, you could have stopped to say hi. Wouldn't have been an issue, but nice to visit the Bronx again. There's a cool little waterfall in this park too. Should be able to see it from here. Oh yeah, there it is. And this is New York City, folks. This is not the Hudson Valley. This is not upstate New York. This is New York City in the Bronx. And as I said, this is fresh water. Beautiful view from up here. Yeah, someone was mentioning this bus over here, the Q44, will go right over the Bronx Whitestone Bridge to Flushing, Queens, and Jamaica, Queens as its ultimate destination. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, Texman81. Why are so many things like Chester, Parkchester, Westchester, Eastchester? I'm guessing it might be an English thing. I know there's a lot of Chesters in the UK there. So maybe it started from there. Which makes sense because New York City was colonized by the British. So they took all their Chesters with them. Bronx Zoo electric facility. Man, that's a big project.
That's the first time I fell in love with interior decorating. I noticed I was good at it.
Gene says, which neighborhood am I in right now? This is still the West Farms neighborhood. Actually, I think West Farm. Hey, what's up? Huh? Yeah, I'm going down there to Parkchester.
I know, I see you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Another viewer just shouted me out. He's like, hey, I see you. Bronx Central Office Telegram Bureau. Historic building. Scott says, wait a minute, Chester. I'm a peaceful man. This subway station really needs some renovations. How about some more paint for this elevated track? either the 2 or the 5 train. I would think it's the number 2. Yeah, Ali, it's definitely rusty here. And not only that, full of bird crap too. With a bird scooter nonetheless. Bird crap with bird scooter, it goes together. I think the Bronx is the only borough where they have these rental vehicles, electric scooters and bikes. They're piloting it over here first before they introduce it to the rest of the city. They still want to put them in the city, but the Bronx is a good place to start. Candles. I think there was a service held here for probably someone who passed away. It's usually what it means. It's sad. NYPD Transit District ahead of me. This on the top is the Bronx River Parkway. Joey says electric scooters for rent will be a nightmare in Midtown Manhattan. You know, I kind of feel that as well, because already sidewalk space is limited, and if you have these rental vehicles, it's going to be hard if people don't obey by the rules and put them off to the side where people can't trip over them. Missing dog. We'll keep a lookout for any dogs. Dr. Acoli says, you thought I left NYC, why'd you come back? Most of it is for personal reasons, but it's also good to see my friends and family again. Also catch up with what I've missed in the city since I've been gone. I'm coming up to Tremont Avenue. It's the busy street with all the buses going by it. Angie Alexa says, welcome back to New York City. There is no place on earth like New York City. True that. Glad to have you back. Wish you the best. Thank you, Angie. Just because I moved away doesn't mean I don't love New York City anymore. That's what a lot of people assume when I moved. And it's pretty funny when I moved back here and people are like, what happened? Thought you hated the city. And I'm like, nope. Bella, you can still pay in person at the Bronx Zoo. Oh, Poochie says there used to be a small bowling alley in Parkchester. Do you know what it is now?
I don't see it.
There's a furniture stop across the street.
I don't see nothing.
Beverly Hills. Uh-oh. I hope they're able to find what they're looking for. You know what I felt really sorry about today? So I was waiting for the train and there was a lady on the platform. Her earbud fell out of her ear, bounced off the platform and fell onto the tracks. I felt so bad for her. And I just gave her a look and like a real disappointment. And she said back to me, you know, that's the second time I've lost an earbud like that. And even though you know where it is, you don't want to go and make the effort to get it. Because it's way too dangerous. Not worth risking your life over a AirPod, one AirPod. Metro North rails are to my left. What happened to the sidewalk here? What do you expect from the MTA? They can't maintain this sidewalk. First rat of the day that I saw. Let me cross the street. I think it'll be better. Bella says you got good eyes, you see everything. I heard the rat before I saw it. Typical Bronx scene right there, a guy doing wheelies off into the sunset. I wonder if that side usually has rats or not. But they're usually where there's a lot of dirt and soil. They could burrow into the dirt. YGSA saying Dominican bachata is playing in the background. Yes, I learned a little bit of Dominican bachata. This car needs some repair for sure. There's so many auto repair places here. Yeah, Nick, we're still in the Bronx. These auto repair businesses do quite well, I see. Oh my goodness. How did this car get in this condition? Can it still be driven? Jody Grubbs, thank you for $10 to have a good friend and her husband lives in the Bronx. Good, God bless. Great, interesting video. Thank you, Jody. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. Can tell your friend hello for me. Laurie, I think you got the sunset view that you wanted. I already read your mind before you could type it out. I never knew this section of the Bronx had so many auto repair places. Kind of reminds me of what I walked yesterday on 21st Street in Long Island City. Very similar situation. Mr. Soprano's Yankee Stadium close by. No, it's not. That's on the western side of the Bronx. I'm more towards the middle. New World, thank you for the 99 euro cents. Appreciate it so much. Here's White Plains Road. If you were to take this north, you'll catch up with the 2 and 5 train again. Take a look at this bridge, it's kind of interesting. It goes right over the Metro North tracks. CD says you're in Parkchester. I know I'm getting closer. I don't know if I'm actually in it right now, but Unionport Road is right coming up. Hey. I think he honked the horn just to get my attention and smile at me. maybe another viewer. Neri Zakir Deli with 10 pounds. Thank you, Neri. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Oh, that sunset, so nice. Here. The sunset deserves a few minutes. It also deserves a picture too. A few pictures. Maybe zoom in a bit. This is what you call a local sunset. Wow, this is a big car wash and service area. Parkchester car wash, oil change. Let's take Unionport Road right to the heart of Parkchester. Yeah, Jack, I'm right in the heart of Parkchester. Oh, Joe, the bowling alley was right around the corner from where I'm headed. You mean this construction site? Whoa, look at this. How big is this empty lot? S. Karasik says used to go to Macy's in Parkchester. Really nice. Hey, Sue's saying, is this public housing? I don't think so. This says Parkchester South Condominium. They're designed in a similar style, but it's not New York City public housing. Chocolate Me says I should visit El Tacos de la Chulo, right around the corner in the back. I'll have to remember that for next time. Sounds like a cool spot.
Kenny,
Hey!
I was watching you. I said, I gotta meet this guy.
Yeah,
Listen,
why not?
Can I check your hand?
Yes, of course.
Oh my God.
How are you?
I'm gonna cut it off and save it.
Uh,
I live right here. I said, I
Wow.
saw him on White Plains Road heading to Unionport. I said, I'll catch him.
I'm here.
Oh, nice
Yeah.
to see you.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, you go straight to the train station.
Yeah,
right?
to Parkchester, the main area.
Yeah, well, this is part and then Metropolitan. Then it goes to Castle Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kenny.
Yes,
Good
nice to
luck.
see you
Don't Go
again.
back to Florida, please.
Okay,
All right, take care.
take care. He was so excited to meet me. See, that you should come down and say hi too, but you're working. It's not CD. Bella says you thought you were the only one in the Bronx who watches me. I think there's a lot of Bronx people who watch me, not just you. There's a few who live in this neighborhood too. Like him, CD also says that he lives in this neighborhood. Joey says, when am I going to the hub of the Bronx? I don't think I featured it. I have before. That's a really happening area. Joey says, you're the Bronx. Yeah, plenty of Bronx people in this chat. Take a look at this dog, it's so cute. Hello.
Once you do the deal with us, we'll take care of all. We will come back.
This part of Parkchester is pretty cool. It's got a big circle, like community space. A little bit of a dead spot back there. How can I cross the street safely? Looks like I've got to go where the light is, and then maybe we'll catch the middle. Oh no, we're gonna have to wait for a new light. This is a really interesting neighborhood that I haven't really explored too much. Let's go to Park Circle, the middle. Wait. My first time coming here. Oh, Aubrey, it's called the Metropolitan Oval. I doubt many people in New York City who live here have ever come here and seen this. This is my first time. Boy, that's a lot of spit. Yeah, constant stream of water coming out of those figures' mouths. M3 TV saying Parkchester is always beautiful.
Wait.
I see some scaffolding on the other side of the street, so I prefer to walk on this side. Jose saying Christmas time's beautiful at the fountain. Oh, I'm sure.
Wait.
Alright, here goes.
34 Metropolitan Oval. That's the address. Jupiter's saying there's a Starbucks coming up. Very convenient for everybody who lives here. Yeah, Jose, we're going towards Castle Hill and towards the number 6 train. Castle Hill, Westchester Square, all in that direction. Tim Thomas says buildings here remind you of Co-op City. Yeah, a little bit. Different kind of atmosphere in Parkchester than Co-op City. All right, Jupiter, where's the Starbucks?
I'm going to show you how to make arroz blanco with that.
Looks like there's the local convenience store. I was wondering why there weren't more of these. Because with all these buildings here, you would think there's more need for these convenience stores around. See, it says I'm going the wrong way. It's on the other side. I'm sure we'll run into a Starbucks going this way too. There's probably multiple ones. Jupiter says there's a Starbucks down here past the Golden Crust. Chris saying camera's looking good in the low light. Yeah, iPhone 13 does pretty good with low light. More shops over here. Oh, Jupiter is saying Golden Corral is here.
Like coming in there, and
all right, this is looking cool. Grocery stores which are open for all the people who live here. Pizzeria. Crown Fried Chicken. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Khalil Biryani House. Chris says this place looks cool. It sure does. Kind of like its own world over here. I'm really surprised I haven't walked through here sooner.
University.
In some ways, this kind of reminds me in some portions of Queens. Very similar to the area I showed you last night, 35th Avenue in Astoria, Queens. Oh, I don't like this. How am I going to cross the street here? I guess I'll just skip going that way and go straight. The elevated train tracks are right there. Ramses Delgado, awesome exploring. Try to bump into you at Metropolitan Street. Oh, you were close, man. I was right there. There's the number 6 train. Tall 32 guy, $4.99. How you there, sir? Good evening. Do you think you'll be traveling to any of the surrounding environments before you go back Yonkers or further places? Tall 32 guy, you'll have to stay tuned and see. I think right now I'm preoccupied with seeing parts of the city which I haven't seen in a long time. So maybe after I get done with that, I can show some of the more surrounding areas. Let's head towards Westchester Square. I think it'll be a good place for me to show. There's a lot of activity there. Michelle, you lived in Parkchester in the 80s. Well, I'm glad to show the old neighborhood to you. Jay Valera says I'm distant from there. What? Westchester Square? I don't think it's that far. It's only 2 subway stops away. The quartering saying $2. How's the new iPhone 14 Pro Max? I think it's good for certain people. Maurice99 says it reminds you of Roosevelt Avenue in Queens. Yeah, it kind of does. Although I do have to add, the streets here are a lot wider than Roosevelt Avenue. Roosevelt Avenue, to me, feels more cramped. Jose is saying great Mexican and Puerto Rican restaurants coming up. Oh, this area has tons of them. Someone ran over a plastic bottle. There's a lot going on here. There's also a Blimpies. The last Blimpies I saw was in downtown Brooklyn. There's a Carvel there too. I don't see one. Jupiter, I take it you're not a fan of this Blimpies. Fresh fruits and vegetables for sale. This Mexican restaurant looks like it's been here for a long time. Estrelito Poblana. Love the decor. Frida Kahlo against the wall. Excellent. This is a good way for them to organize the rental scooters. Shared e-scooter parking. I don't even know how much it costs to rent one of those things. I do have the app on my phone though, Veo, V-E-O. Let me see if I can open it up. Oh, I gotta sign up again. I thought I registered. Thousand saying, what's the best phone carrier to go with if living in New York City? By far, it's Verizon. That's what I usually stream with in New York City, and I rarely run into problems. Seeing the reflection of the subway on the window. Here comes the number 6 train this way. Look at this, over here they have the scooter parking pretty much taking up a parking spot. I wonder if that's going to be coming to like Manhattan if this pilot program is successful. Candle Arwalk saying Westchester Square is a bus hub, don't know much else. Well, believe it or not, Westchester Square has a lot of history in New York. Because That used to be part of Westchester County. But that part of Westchester became part of the Bronx. And there's also Westchester County proper north of New York City. So it gets a little bit confusing. Oscar, you're waving at me where? Foxyaki, you heard someone yelling. I'm hearing some yelling too, but I don't really know anymore. I waited for a little bit, I can't hear anybody. Jasmine, I heard something. I did too. But I stopped for a bit to see if I heard anything else. Couldn't really. Sanitation department is making their rounds. Well, that's a private truck. Hyperben, you loved walking under the Bronx tracks when you did your 100% subway walk. You walked the entire New York City subway system, like mirroring the tracks or underneath it. That's so impressive. This place looks new. Capri pizza and pasta finger foods. Nice hair salon, local grocery store. Ranger One saying Bronx is so beautiful at night. It really is. I know it gets a bad rap, but there's a lot of pretty areas of the Bronx.
Bluetooth mode.
What happened to this place? Are they still open? Koala Bear. I've been to City Island a few times. I do like to go there. It just takes a while to get to. Right at the northeastern corner of New York City. Might be fun to visit City Island. You want me to show the Bronx graffiti to your left? Okay. It's very artistic. A lot of the graffiti styles like in bubble letters. That's the art style. Frankie says, have I checked out the cemetery to the right? Lots of history there. Oh, I'm sure. St. Peter's Episcopal Church. The cemetery is next to it. Michael says, what's the best way to get into the Bronx from Manhattan? Most of the time, I'm gonna be honest, New York City subway system. I know it gets a bad rap, but usually it's a pretty efficient New York City subway. But there's also buses that go to Manhattan as well. It really depends where, because like there's parts of Manhattan that are easily gotten to, like Washington Heights. You got Inwood, Harlem. Yeah. Say hi. What's up?
40 out of 6 blocks, suck my dick free, jelly free, red, nigga.
All right. Later, man.
How many views you got?
Almost 2,000 people watching.
You famous on what?
On Action Kid on YouTube. Yeah.
Subscribe to my son Zabin's YouTube channel. Shout out 40 out of 6 block, guys, niggas. Follow Azadi 1400.
Okay.
Yo, free jelly, free ride. You heard those?
Follow us that good like
Free
that.
jelly. Yo, free jelly, free ride. Yo, follow me on Instagram, EBS Eli.
Follow Azadi
Follow me on
1400.
Instagram, EBS Eli.
Okay. That's the Bronx. All right, we made it to Westchester Square. This is the part of Westchester County that stayed within the Bronx. Sonny says, be careful crossing this one. Oh yeah, look, stop sign. They're supposed to stop. Oh wait, they're not. They got a traffic light. I thought that was a stop sign. But I know what you mean. I could see the traffic patterns. right, Westchester Square, East Tremont Avenue Station on the number 6 train. Too bad the park is all locked up. I would have loved to go in that park. Actually, no. I just saw a rat scurry by. Maybe it's not a good idea to go into the park. Nope. Not going in the park when there's a rat scurrying around like that. I tell you what, I think this is enough exploration for me of the Bronx. Have stuff to do tomorrow, so I'm gonna wrap up my live stream here. Hope you enjoyed my visit to the Bronx today. I made some more videos in the Bronx, so I'm really looking forward to posting them. Hit the like button if you haven't already, subscribe, and I will see you soon. And I'm very conveniently located under the subway. I'll just take it back to Manhattan and I can get whatever train I need from there. So, peace out everyone. See you later.